Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at Rainbow Rocks Part 3, part of DWK's totally legit recaps of Equestria Girls. This is the finale to Rainbow Rocks, the video I definitely knew Equestria Girls made in advance, or I guess a movie, and I knew Equestria Girls was a thing. I didn't know it was multiple movies. I thought it was just one, and people were really obsessive about it. Turns out, okay, technically I was right, and just not about the one part. People are obsessive about it. It's like they already had a massive fan base, and then they just made them a little more human-like. It's like, oh, yeah. I think we all know where this is going. Yeah. I don't really know what's going to happen here, so I can't really predict where DWK is going to take this, which should probably be my tagline for anything I do looking at his work, because I never know where he's taking anything. It's usually quite a surprise in all the ways I never expect, which is why it's a surprise. Who'd have thought? Now, I have been told in multiple videos that DWK is fine. He's been seen on the interwebs not being dead, so that's a good thing, because his videos sometimes get really dark, and like I was a little concerned that, you know, maybe just a little health check, make sure he's still got a pulse. But no, apparently he's alive. People have seen him around. So yeah, that's good. I'm actually going to feel a lot better laughing at this, because if that wasn't the case, that would be dickish, at the least. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to jump right in. You guys know the deal. Link below, original video. Hit it up. And if anyone knows what DWK's been doing since, I'm not sure if he's been doing these lately, let me know, because I'm actually kind of curious what new project he's working on. Let's get started. They had Pinkie Pie.
The microphones.
All right, so Pantsuit Lestia is emceeing the kickoff.
Okay, one, I like how he's introducing the song as an actual part of it rather than just a little aside in the beginning, and it has the nice little title drop to show it in. But, wow! Things I was not expecting 30 seconds in. And yes, I'm aware that is an actual song. But fuck, man. That just happened. I'm going to have to remember to cut the audio of that one.
Kickoff rally for CHS Waifu Fest, and she's like,
I believe I speak for everyone when I say it is by far the greatest thing we have
What?
ever done here at this school.
Did she just say the gayest thing?
"Hey Aria, you hungry?
greatest.
I brought sausages." "Yeah, sure."
Ooh,
"Which one do you
bratwurst.
want?" "I got chicken, apple, or bratwurst."
Chicken? Apple?
Aria, wipe that salty look off your mug. We're trying to seduce people here, and
Apple?
it's not going to go any further if you got an inoperable
that
case
is
of
evil.
resting bitch face. No, this is active bitch face. I put work into this shit. If I can only have one
God.
character trait, I'm getting it down to a science. Guys, I'm confused. We have all this ability and charisma. Why is using it to be a bunch of deliberately shallow attention whores our first and only inclination?
High
Because
school.
That's what this world incentivizes, dumbass. Why put in effort when you can get rewarded for being lazy? I don't have a good answer, but doing it makes me hurt inside. Just eat the sausage, Sonata. Eat the whole fucking sausage and smile.
God.
All right, ladies, time to dump
One,
some
yeah, they're making
gasoline on this
Sonata
trash
awesome.
fire. We've already got all the
DWK is doing
easily
that well.
triggered nerds and losers generating buzz here. Now all we have to do is suck the popular kids into it, and we'll have a self-sustaining shitstorm.
What were
Yeah,
those
but how? Those
check
chicks are normies with talents and social lives. People like that don't argue about waifus. Every
Yes,
group
they
of
do.
friends, no matter how normal they look, has a fatal and easily exploitable weakness.
To waifus? Yes.
Closet weebs. There's always at least one. They think they're smart because they can hide their power level and
We have
infiltrate
Bush
mainstream
eyes.
social
Oh,
circles, but
God.
all that makes them is autistic little landmines. It just takes enough pressure and they'll blow spaghetti everywhere.
I mean,
All we
she's not
need is enough
wrong.
Stress and the right bait. Check this out, guys. Pretty dope, huh? Yeah,
No.
it definitely makes me think of dope. Hey, You can appreciate
I agree
someone's
with her
fashion
on that
sense
one.
without endorsing their drug abuse. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to separate the two when the fashion sense was a result of the drug abuse. Now, Snips and Snails are disqualified from Waifu Fest for obvious reasons and scheduled for detention into their late 20s. So after explaining to Dash once again that it's just bad form to play All-Star first, the Rainbooms are up next.
Oh, God, really? Why do I think I know this song, but I can't seem to place it? Is this Smash Mouth? This is Smash Mouth.
Unfortunately, it doesn't go so well.
those magnets?
It's like, yo, Rarity, what's up with the spooky, scary skeleton dance? It was those girls up in the catwalk. They're running gay ops on us for challenging their waifus. What are you talking about? They put magnets on me and made me dance like a
How do
freaking
magnets
marionette.
do
So
that
some
to
girls
you?
in the
Oh, it's all the
ceiling use magnets
George,
to
yeah.
turn you into a puppet. Yes, I knew it. You're on drugs. Yo, guys,
Probably.
this really isn't worth arguing about. I'm sorry, Rarity. I only get angry at you because I care about you.
And your wife who's wrong.
Maybe a little too much. Makes me feel funny. Sometimes I think I only do it so you'll get up in my face. You just smell so fucking pretty. But Applejack Senpai, I'm straight. Just fine.
No, you're
It's
not.
a solution to everything, Pinky. Yeah, because it works. Shut up or I'll show you. Come on, guys. Just calm down and
Oh,
hug it
God.
out. I can help. No
Pinky.
hugs. Okay.
Aggressive.
Oh, hey, Brad. There sure are a lot of pheromones in the air today. You know, where I come from, everyone's naked all the time, so you can just kind of walk up behind them. I know what you're up to, Twilight. You're
What?
trying to use horse magic to take the Dazzlings down, and that shit ain't cornbread, homie. If you're against my waifu, Adagio, I got nothing to say to you. I
Damn.
forgot your waifu. I'm sorry, Twilight, but I have a new one now. No, don't say that. There's some things you just don't say. That's like up there with Holocaust denial. What
That
Holocaust?
escalated.
No, wait. I can be a good waifu. I promise. See, fucking Kawaii Desu Senpai, bro.
Oh,
Look at
God,
this shit.
no.
Come on, Twilight. He's a filthy waifu trader. There's...
I'm sorry, but she went full weeb. You never go full weeb. Oh my God. He even put the eyes in and the sparkles and like they already have obscenely big eyes. And then they just went a step further. Why? It's so over the top to start with, and then it just did more. It's like, you know what we need? Our Moe Blob needs to be more blob. At this point, it'll just turn into some kind of, like, 80s horror film. It's still black and white for some reason. Oh, God.
There's no helping him. At least he's right about the Holocaust, though. HA,
Yeah.
what the fuck? We love you, Sunset. You're such a good friend. Yeah, we forgive you for all your past mistakes,
what-
and you should be in our band, too. And your hair doesn't look like bacon at all, and anyone
come
who
they're
says so
super
is objectively
detailed?
wrong
Like,
and
where
a
is he
dick.
getting
Here,
this?
have a nice big hug. That must feel great after being starved for physical affection all this time.
Oh, this
Thanks,
got dark.
guys.
She's imagining
I love
this.
you, too. Although, for some reason, I keep thinking about how much I admire people who just have the conviction to kill themselves.
Why? Because you didn't?
You want to know why nobody loves you, Sunset?
Damn.
There's nothing interesting about you.
The part
I've
he left
changed.
in and the
I
part he
have a
edited
lot
are
more
both
depth
pretty
now.
vicious.
You're just middle of the road, homie. We're better at being evil than you ever were, and Twilight's better
Yeah.
at being good than you ever will be. Nobody's gonna pick you as a waifu when there's better versions of everything you've got
No.
standing right next
No,
to
they-
you.
they
You
will.
only exist to forge a tenuous connection from one toy line to another, and now that that's done, nobody needs you anymore. You're a fap and scrap at best, my dude. I hate my life. Look, I get that we're enemies and you guys hate me, but
They just love Sonata.
can I have a hug?
DWK
Nah,
loves
you can have
Sonata.
a shove. So close.
Oh, yes. So tight.
Now, I don't know exactly what those chicks are up to, but they're clearly...
That was the original audio. I don't, that just, oh my God. How did that get approved for a kid's show? Probably in the same way Animaniacs got with a lot of things. They decided to load it down with things that they can never get away with. So the things they could normally not get away with were ignored. Oh my God. It's not even that he's cutting it in. It's like, the people making this show had to be aware that their fan base is little kids and guys over 40 who are heavily invested in ways I'm not going to consider. It's just safer that way. Also, yeah, DWK's made Sonata awesome, and I kind of wish she was in the next series. I doubt it because she's the villain of the movie, episode, week. I was going to say villain of the week, but that doesn't really fit. Yeah. God, this is so...
Stalling for time to pull some kind of jiggery pokery on us, so it's time to whip out one of our special moves. We're doing a montage song. This is
Not
gonna
a
make
montage.
like 4 hours pass in
You
about
monsters.
2 minutes, so Sonata, make sure you pee first this time.
What?
Holy shit, they just like exploded that girl through the air. What the hell was that? That
Yeah.
didn't actually happen, Sonata. What do you mean? I just saw it. It's a visual metaphor, Sonata. Look, hypnotizing people and stealing souls is one thing. We gotta do what we gotta do, but I didn't sign up for physical violence,
Oh,
Sonata.
God.
It's
I
just
like
an
how she has a
artistic
limit.
representation of the contest. It's not a literal fucking occurrence.
Unless it is.
Well, someone's gonna get artistically represented right into a literal fucking wheelchair, and I don't want to be responsible for it. Okay, guys, the whole school's ripping itself apart arguing over waifus.
Let's
so
add
there's
another
only
faction.
one solution. I'll show them I'm the ultimate waifu, and then they'll all stop fighting.
Why is it 6 o'clock all of a sudden?
Nobody's signing up for that, Dash. You're a giant blue cunt. Yo, I heard someone talking about me. So the girls
Oh,
take a quick
God,
break from
really?
Astro Lounge to play Dashy's theme song.
I don't actually know this song. I feel like I should, though.
What was that?
Dude, I had to stop you from horse forcing, or they could have banned you guys for posting Anthro. Also, I
Horse
just
force?
really want a hug from someone, and I kind of lost it for a second.
God.
Bullshit! 2 ears on the top of my head doesn't count as Anthro. Yeah, but the mods here are really strict.
Some people say it counts.
Fuck off, fur fag. You guys just count everything to try and hide your rampant degeneracy in
Huh?
as big a crowd as possible.
I feel like this is a
I am
Reddit
not a furry.
reference
So
for
why are
some
you always
reason.
hanging around with the animals? Because they're cute. It's not like I fuck them. We don't know
That
that. Fine, there was this
escalated.
one time where it was spring and Mr. Bun Bun couldn't find a mate and he just needed a little relief. So I... Hey, Sunset, want a hug?
Yes.
Okay, no, that does actually
I'm just
escalate.
kidding, give fuck. That's not fair. Whatever, I'm the best blue cunt, and there's no way you fags are gonna beat me or my siren waifus.
Wait, what did you say?
I said you'll never defeat me or my siren waifus.
You can't have more than one waifu. It's part of the definition of the word.
Yeah, you can. I got like 20.
Well, then actually that means none of them are waifus.
Don't be such a
Oh,
dweeb, Fluttershy.
it's
Words
the
mean
waifu
whatever
war.
we want them to.
That defeats the point of language.
Whatever, who gives a shit?
Language is made by the people who
Talking
use it,
over me.
unfortunately, so technically
Anyway,
you're both
suck
right.
my dick, Trixie.
Whip it out, bitch. I'll make you want to marry me.
Our waifu Twilight's writing the sickest fucking song ever. It's gonna be like even more epic than the second
Oh, no.
OP of Kill la Kill.
Actually, that show's normie trash. It's the same story as Gurren Lagann, but with more filler.
Despite an excellent performance, Trixie
but that's
is
also why it's awesome, is Gurren
disqualified
Lagann was
for
awesome.
Waifu Fest.
What?
We've discovered that she downloaded more than 2 terabytes of lolly porn on a school computer
Oh.
over the past year, and she will be suspended pending further
Terabytes?
investigation. What the fuck, Trixie? It reminds me of my childhood. How did you guys not notice
What did
that
your
much porn
childhood-
for that
Oh.
long? It was in a folder labeled Peanut Butter Crackers Do Not Click. Go figure. Anyway, the band we will offer as a blood sacrifice to our waifu overlords is the Rainbooms. Hope that's okay with you, Adagio.
The rain booms are just as capable as Trixie.
Don't worry, Trixie. We can fix all of this for you.
We'll be your PR managers.
Yeah, you just need to issue an apology, make up something about drug abuse and working on your sobriety, throw in a bit about coping with PTSD from childhood trauma. And
That part
boom,
might be
you
accurate.
won't be blamed for anything. We'll have you back on stage in no time.
I don't need to make anything up.
Okay, one, Adagio is actually a very good PR manager. Who'd have thought? Two, Trixie just saying she doesn't need to make any of that up. The bad guy gave good advice. Okay. I know that's not what happened in canon, but I like how when he's going into this in PR advice, it's like legitimately, no, seriously, if you ever need advice on how to get out of a scrape, spat thing, scrapped, yeah, whatever, that's actually really good advice because as far as PR moves go, that is kind of the playbook. She literally just read off the playbook for how to unfuck a situation. Does it always work? Mileage may vary. But it is the right advice. Good on DWK to put that in there.
That's all true.
Is it really ethical for us to help someone who clearly has a myriad of mental health issues exploit them to dodge responsibility for something that she not only undeniably did, but was very clearly a result of those issues in the first place? Shut up, Sonata. Listen,
Also,
we'll make
yeah,
it
getting
all
help would
go
actually help her.
away. Just do us one favor.
They have a very nice
Yo,
auditorium.
Dash, I got a message for you. You aren't a real fan unless you read the manga.
Oh!
There we go, bitches. They're in the pot and the lid is on. Now we just wait for the
Counterpoint, you're not a real fan unless you've read the light novel in multiple translations. Ha, beat that.
spaghetti to come spilling out.
If they're weebs, wouldn't it be ramen?
Why don't
Oh!
you just kill yourself, Sonata?
I wouldn't just kill myself.
What? No. Well, at least we can all agree
Oh,
that's
Sonata's
not
awesome.
true, am I right?
Actually, it is. 90% of anime adaptations are creatively bankrupt single-season cash grabs turned out to make a quick buck off of lazy brainlets who can't appreciate the artistically superior source media because the pictures don't move, and, you know, God forbid they'd have to read words.
I read subtitles.
Only till the dubs come out.
Jesus, you nerds are so fucking hostile towards anyone who isn't patrician enough for you. What's
To be
wrong
fair,
with being
this
a
is an
casual
argument I've
fan?
seen
We
for
like
years.
the same thing, just not as
Very accurate.
seriously as you. Because you get up in our shit, bogart our style, do it wrong, and then mock us when we try to correct you. The word
Bogart?
waifu has a specific definition, but you throw it
you
around
mean
so
Humphrey
casually that
or
it's
Harry
almost
Potter?
meaningless now. Language changes over time, Fluttershy. I have no fucking
Not over
idea what
time,
you
it
guys are
changes
talking
suddenly
about,
when
but I
people
got
start
an
using it
opinion on it.
differently.
Like and subscribe. Everybody shut up. The only waifu that should matter to us right now is Twilight. What about
Yeah,
me? I haven't
accurate.
forgotten what you said earlier. We can't be together, Rarity. You can't be gay in children's media other than by implication or an after-the-fact social media post. Guys, I fucked up. Way the fuck up. I'm just a cartoon pony
she do?
designed to teach little kids basic morality, not some anime waifu for adults to idolize and pop their pork cannons to.
be
I
fair.
got nothing, man. This is some
Rule
fucked
34.
up shit going on right here.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
have
it
whatever
is.
Sailor
Oh, God.
fucking moon ass big titty Chinese cartoon girl fix it magic is supposed to stop it. I'm a fraud. Well, it's just fucking great, man. The whole point of having a waifu is
Also,
so you don't have
they're
to
trapped
deal
there, but
with
there's a
real
door right
life.
behind them.
Actually, Sailor Moon had pretty small tits, just FYI.
Shut up, you fucking weeb. Go back to Reddit.
I like how they make her the weeb.
You hold the fuck up. Listen.
I've learned something over the indeterminate number of days during which this movie takes place. Guys, it doesn't
many days
matter
did it
if
take?
you're a hardcore weeblord waifu fag who strictly adheres to the original definition of the word, or if you're a filthy casual who just uses it as a synonym for best girl. What matters is
Filthy
that we're all
casual.
huge faggots for even caring about this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But what's even more important is why we care. There's nothing wrong with having a waifu, whether she's a cutie pie anime girl or a magical horse.
What about lollies?
Alright, fine.
No,
There's
no
nothing wrong
lollies.
with almost any kind of waifu. It's still pretty
Good. They're
retarded.
standards.
Yeah, it is. But it gets us through. Look where we all were before Twilight showed up. I had a seemingly terminal case of generic bitch, and you guys all hated each other. We were all twisted up, and she gave us something to hang on to, and we had nothing else, but we're better than that now.
I love how she
waifu
still has a
should
leather
be
jacket
your
despite that.
inspiration, not a crutch you use to magic away all your real-life problems. At some point, you still gotta get off your ass and start lifting, and right now, the world needs you to fucking lift. Do it for her, man. Don't expect her to do it for you. You know, maybe I've been missing the
Damn.
point here.
You don't have to try and be another big titty animu girl, Twilight. You're a great waifu because of who you already are.
Adults
And
like you
fans.
for the same reason kids do, because you're a good person who brings us happiness. The only difference is that adults are horny, so they whack off to things they like. You can't
Yeah.
spell happiness without penis. That's still fucking gross, but I guess it's not quite as bad if I look at it that way.
It
Thanks,
really
son.
kind of is,
You know,
actually,
I think
but...
you've earned a nice, big, warm hug.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Oh! Oh, that's just denial right there. That is painful. But I just want to say right now, the entire thing she said about how... That's a really good speech, and DWK, I'm going to give you a lot of credit here because that's pretty on the mark. Yeah. I actually didn't want to interrupt when he was going through the entire monologue because that was... He's right. Although that ending part about you can't spell happiness without penis. Like, really? I mean, I knew it's your thing to just drop it down there as far as you can go to make sure people don't actually start respecting you, but... I don't want to agree with him. But his basic logic behind that sentence, as much as it's a stupid joke, might actually have an element of truth. I actually read some psychological papers about that, and I'm not going to bring them up because they're kind of disturbing. Yeah, just going to move on from that point, actually.
Thank God you found us, dude. Man, I've been trying to open that door for 20 minutes, but I'm a fucking dog. I never thought I'd say this, but when we get back home, I'm gonna feel so much less inadequate by comparison.
Hands, yeah.
What's Vinyl doing here?
I don't know, man. She's just been following me around. I'm pretty sure she's fried out of her skull.
Oh God, it's the thumbs up.
Please, God, forgive me, but this is the only way.
All right,
What?
girls, this is it. The epic final battle. It's make or break time. We cannot fuck this up.
What? Oh! Did she? Oh!
Oh my God! Somebody call 911! There aren't any police!
Oh, that's why Sonata was. Oh.
Well, that certainly subverted my expectations.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, there isn't even any blood.
Yep, looks like the bomb completely vaporized him. I just can't figure out who would have done this. I don't know, the only piece of evidence I could find is this detonator. It
Looks like it has taco sauce on it. Weird.
Man, I just
Tacos?
wish we'd gotten to do some kind of big bang and music battle or something, you know? That bomb made a pretty big bang. Yeah, but I thought you guys would, like, fight it out with the sirens, but maybe you wouldn't have quite enough power, and then when it looked like they were gonna defeat you, I'd step in and save the day with determination and the magic of friendship or whatever.
Nah, that would be crazy. What would that
Could've
ever
been,
happen?
my
Like
big
a kid's show?
redemption moment, you know? Dude, you already did that. Don't get me wrong, that music battle thing sounds awesome, and I bet if it had happened, it would have been the single best scene in any of these movies, but it still would have just been a big flashy metaphor for something you already accomplished.
Yeah,
You're all
that
fucked up, man.
is accurate.
I got lost inside my own head, and these guys were fighting over watching anime or
Oh, God, that's
was
close.
it homosexuality? Same thing.
The whole world was crashing down around us, but despite that, despite how everyone treated
Huh.
you and your own feelings of inadequacy, you were the only one who held on, Sunset. You didn't crack, and in our darkest
God, he's making
hour
a valid
when all
point.
hope seemed lost, you pulled us back from the brink simply by being
He's
a
pointing
voice
out
of
that
reason
this
and
bigger scene was
compassion.
actually a distraction
Quiet
from the littler
fortitude
scene.
may not be as sexy as hip-hop and mind-control dances or cool as a magical music battle, but most people can't have those things anyway. They can be like you, though, and I hope they try, because there's no place in this life where humility, self-reflection, and resilience won't serve you well. You're a top-tier waifu, dude.
Oh my
and
God,
you
he's making
fucking
valid
earned this.
points. And random Spike is hugging.
Well,
Wade.
guys, it's been horrifying as usual, but I gotta get back to my show before they replace me or something. No one could ever replace you, Twilight. Not in your world or this one. Listen, I'm glad I could be your waifu for a while, and I'll always love you guys, but I'm a talking horse from another dimension. I can't always
Would
be
they
there
turn
for
into
you,
horses
so
if they get over
you
there?
guys gotta learn
Or
to
they just
rely
be
on
kind of their
yourselves.
doubles?
And your QT Pie IRL GF Sunset. You'll come back
What?
to visit us, though, right? Hey,
I
man,
know
the
those
portal's
letters
open now.
mean
I'll totally
something,
pop
but-
by once in a while.
Does no one else ever walk through that? Ever? What? Why? They're gonna say anything? They're gonna start fighting about waifus again, aren't they?
She's never coming back, is she?
Would you?
And that was DWK's Rainbow Rocks, all three parts. Well, technically just the third part this time around, but you know what I mean. There's a lot I want to say, but first, I love how he completely subverted the climax. Instead of it being the big honking music battle, it was like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. No, it was that quiet moment where they're in the pit of despair, literally a pit because they fell into it. Technically it's a stage, but we're gonna go call it a pit. And they're at their most divided. I love what he did, and he's completely showing the fact that that is the high point emotionally, because while the show would give you the bigger battle, which looks cool, this one, DWK is putting it down to this is the point where Starlight, whatever, where she made herself like the most empathetic. That's kind of the main character moment. And that's really cool because it shows not just that that scene had the most power, but his ability as an analyst. Yeah, I'm attributing considerable analytical. I can't think today. Analytical. See, there's a word. Analytical resource to DWK on this one, because that is a very good point. That as flashy and cool looking as the visual metaphor was later, dropping her knowledge. Dropping knowledge. There's a reference I'm not going to make. That was the high point, at least emotionally, of the entire episode, because that's the most important faction. where she actually stopped the backward slide of them breaking up into different contentious, well, factions. And I love that because it's such an obvious thing in hindsight, but because of the big flashy display that was subverted, you get to see just how crazy that quiet moment was, because that was super intense when you really think, oh yeah, they're going to break up. They're going to be horrible monsters to each other. And then no, she just slaps them, more metaphorically, of course. And this gets everything back on track. Now there's the actual part they were arguing over waifus and just the generic weeb fandom basis of dub versus sub versus manga. Didn't bring up the visual novels. Oddly enough, not many people do. It's like you're not a real fan of the Fate franchise unless you read through all of the visual novel first, including watching the Dean animation of it. Yeah, I went there. No one says that, though, especially not the Dean part. But it's cool. Not just because I actually understand and very much have seen that argument a lot. Too much. But that she's making good points of how to abort all of it. And just I love this. I like the alteration DWK made to the high point. The fact that Sonata, I cannot speak today. Sonata, who they've been playing up as the honestly good one of all three sirens, is the one's like, we're monsters, I must do this, forgive me. I was like, oh, yeah, she just went full, I'm not even sure what full, but she went full something. And it's dark, it's like, yeah, hey, remember how these were really good characters DWK really enjoyed and how he's always talking up Sonata and yeah. That's a thing, although I would personally say you don't see the body, so if he edits them randomly into another scene, sure, yeah, no body, make it happen. I mean, he's done it to the Rastafarian pony off, like, not even often enough, almost constantly. So it's completely possible. Also, yes, I realize it's supposed to be a hippie pony, but I'm calling it a Rastafarian because I just find the word more fun to say. It's just something you never get a chance to say, and I'm taking advantage of that. Yeah, just try say it. Hippie versus Rastafarian. It sounds really fun. It's a fun word to say. Yes, I'm saying the word because I physically just enjoy saying it. It's like the word moist versus tantalizing. No, moist. Yeah, it's just every time you hear moist, unless you're talking about cake, it's always a bad thing. Think about it. If you're going into a moist room, you're thinking, oh, there's mold in here. Or a moist towelette. Oh, I'm about to wipe some kind of crap down. Or a... Can't really think of anything else. I had a bunch in my head. Then I realized, no, I shouldn't have any more in my head. I'm just going to leave it there. But then there's the word tantalizing. Every time you say that, it's just a fun word. Yes, I'm going on the physical attributes of speaking words. It's a thing. No, seriously, it's actually a thing. There's an entire discussion among literature groups about how some words are chosen because they're big and fancy, because they're fun to physically say. That said, reading them in your head is not really a big difference, which is how most people read. So it only really helps if you're speaking them out loud. Yeah, I got into some really weird discussions in college. I don't even have the excuse of being high because I think I was sober. I say think because after being in these discussions long enough, you kind of just lose track of reality. It's like, did I dream that? I think I did. I hope I did. Oh, God, was that real? Oh, yep. Frank remembers it. Oh, God, that happened. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Oh, God. Basically, though, I enjoyed what he did. I enjoyed what he called out. I am very much surprised by the absolute blast the sirens went out on. Yeah, that's a change. But I also liked how he used that as a way to show that the high point of the show had already happened and everything else was just not filler, but it's sugar. It's sweet, it's tasty, not filling in the slightest, because the real meat and potatoes, the actual good part, had already happened, and he just highlighted even more by showing that. That's actually a really smart thing to do. Personal opinion, of course. So again, if you haven't already, there is a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.